Welcome back to Henry's Garage. In this episode we start test fitting stuff, and so really what I'm doing is test building it, not talking anything down. I haven't put any gaskets on, but I decided I needed to understand how the timing goes back on with the head, and how I do that timing before I try to do it properly. So I've done a test fitting, making sure I understand it, know the process, etc. At least think I understand, think I know the process, and really I'm hoping that people can help me out and comment. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing if you are a subscriber, or please feel free to, and enjoy the episode. Okay, I've watched a couple of YouTube videos, and they show a couple of ways of taking... Oh gosh. Oh well, that's one way to get it out. I was going to say they show a couple of ways of taking them out. One was to put a nail in, but and then pull it out, and bent it over and pull it out, but that's clearly worked for that. Let's just see if we got the other one. Right. Okay, so coming out, fine. Getting in, I think, might be a bit more difficult. Right, so we're going to fit the jack shaft. So first thing is I'll oil these bits that it's going to roll on. And we fit this plate in to hold it in place. I would hate for these to come out whilst the engine's running, so we're going to put a bit of Loctite on them. Turn the jack shaft until the scribed line is as depicted. Okay, I'm just putting this in place gently whilst I try to work how everything goes, and I can take it apart and put it back together properly. Right, I was playing around with the tensioner, trying to work out how you get this to come back in here with the spring on it, and the little locking thing, and it sprang out on me, and the spring and the little locking nut, or whatever it's called, guide nut, went in that pile somewhere. I have pulled it all out, and I've gone through a lot of the boxes and I can't find it. Found the spring again, but not the little locking nut. So I'm just going to put that to the side for now. We're just doing a test fit anyway, so we'll have to order that, and in the meantime continue with the test fitting so I can work out where everything goes. Right, everything's back together very loosely. Clearly I don't have a spring in here. I couldn't find the right bolt for here for some reason, so I just got something there just to kind of hold it in place. And I'm just a bit confused because it said to line this up. Basically on here there's a line along this, so you line the jack shaft up along there. Okay, I did that. I then did a full 2 turns, so we went from top dead centre to top dead centre, and I was expecting it to have come back, but it hasn't. It's now vertical. So that's not even, it's not even a quarter of the way around, because the original place for it to go is along this line like that, and it's now along there. I could go around a couple more times and see what it does, but I think I need to go and have a little look at this. Oh, it slipped there, maybe that's why. Okay, it's because we haven't got enough tension on it, probably. Right, so let's assume that's the reason. Let's get it back to top dead centre. Oh well, now I'm definitely slipping all over the place. That must be it. Right. I think we stop here for now. This all obviously has to come apart again. But I think we'll stop and have another look at it. I thought I'd have a quick look at what it will look like when it's all the silver and green and stuff, and yeah, it's going to look nice, even if it doesn't run well, so that's good. And in putting this on, I worked out what my mistake was. There's a bolt that goes through here, which I will have elsewhere, which goes in here. So just having the 3 is correct for now, and then the 4th one will go in there. Right, that'll do for today, since I can't do this properly without the time tensioner. Been looking, found it. You can see I've moved everything about in order to find it. It had fallen under the engine, spare engine that was just here. which is now way back there. So we can have another go at fitting this in. Right, so I've found it, I've installed it, I've got this lined up as it says. So we're going to just try taking it through. So we're at top dead centre. We've got that lined along there. We've got this on the hole, so hopefully it won't slip. So that's one turn through. Okay, this is lined up properly. That's lined up. So I'm going to test that again, but that looks about right. Huh. Up. So it goes down and up, down and up, down and up, and then it's lined up again. Well, not slipping, clearly what it's meant to be doing, so so there's one bit I didn't work out yet, and that's it. It says when it goes in, check the crankshaft is top dead centre. Okay. Check that the camshaft flange mark is aligned with that on the front bearing. So the flange mark with that on the front bearing. I'll have to look, see if I can find something online. It's been about a week since I was out here. I haven't done anything other stuff, but what I think is, and this isn't on at the moment, this is just lying, it's sitting here, but I was trying to work out some of the lining up, and I think part of it is actually lining up with the camshaft. So there's a couple of notches, I think, on the cap that goes on here and on the camshaft, and they have to be lined up with this being lined up in this place, and then I think we have it in the right position. I think that's what the timing is. So that would mean this needs putting back together, and that's fine. I could do that. That would mean I want to Ujima can't remember the word right now, but I want to do the valves, seats, and put all the valves and the followers and all of that back on. So I'd need to do that, but I need to find the camshaft as well. I've put it somewhere safe, so safe I can't find it. So I need to do that before I progress. Right, so I'm going to put this a bit. I found the rocker, the camshaft. I found the rockers, covers, the caps. Right, so I've got new bolts and stuff, studs, everything for this. So I'm going to put it on gently and not tighten anything down, not have it all on properly, not have the gaskets in at all. But I'm going to do everything so that I know what I've got and how it's meant to go back together. And then having done that, I'm going to stop the video and get you guys to tell me what I got wrong. Okay, or what I need to be careful of in terms of doing this. Okay, so with that in mind, when I'm setting up the timing, when I'm reading the manual, what I think I have to do is here, this cap has 2 marks on it, and then we've got a gap in here, And I'm not sure if it's that gap or there is also a mark on it here. So I think it's probably this mark have to be lined up. Yeah, okay, so I think that's what I want lined up, like that. And that should be lined up. Have I got that in clearly? Right, there we go. So you can see there, both this mark here and that, rather than this gap in the end thing. Okay, so we have just the marker. So that's how I think it must go. And at the same time, it's lined up on the jack shaft. And let's just have a look at the jack shaft. So here we are on the jack shaft, and there's a line that runs along here and here. Okay, and from what I can see, you can see that line now, goes the whole way across. Alright, and I believe it's the manual is telling me that this gets lined up on here. Okay, so it's straight across there. That's what I think I'm reading, that's what I'm understanding. So I need confirmation that that's right. I know that this is wrong here, because that should be something like 1 millimetre or something in there. So I need to just work out how to take that off and get it in properly. Okay, so given what I've just said about a test fit, I'm going to take the head back off there. I'm going to put in the studs, then put the head back over it, and put the camshaft on and line it all up, and maybe put the timing cover over, and just see if I've then got everything sort of in place. We'll do that on a time lapse. Okay, so this is just, hand tightened on. That's not quite slipped down, but we can see the principle of it. And these are almost lined up. At the front here, we have a screw hole. Okay, you can see that, and there should actually be two. There are actually two, and I think it's these bolts here I've got. So there's one that goes in here, and then it should go into. Okay, so that tightens onto there. Now, clearly, it's meant to have this on here as well, and the other one. But that should now mean that when, and then this comes off. This here bolt goes on. This nut goes on here. Okay. So if I put the two on, that should then get it turning together. So if you look here, well, I'm not going to show you again, but these lines are just off lined up. I doubt that there's another one on the other side. I will have to check that, but I don't think so. So I think that's okay. Alright. So yeah, I think that's okay. And then with that lined up there, I think that would mean the timing is then, based on what I've read, is right. So again, if can someone confirm who's redone one of these engines, if I've understood that correctly, and if that would be right? Yeah. So yeah, please. And with that, I'm actually going to not do any more today. Is it meant to be upside down, the Triumph? If I somehow got it all back to front, don't see how I could. That's going on there. That's going on there. It's going to look nice, isn't it? Right, so I've test fitted that. Obviously I need to also put these in, but they shouldn't be a problem. Although maybe a clean up would be nice. Yeah, we'd obviously need to get the gaskets on there. But I think that in principle is right. So I think what I'm going to do next time is we're going to put the valves and stuff on here. I don't know if we'll be able to measure them yet, so we'll put them on, and we'll put the timing all back together and back on, and hopefully that will all be okay. Yeah. I'm going to stop this episode here, considering it test fitted, so I've got an idea about what I need to do now. I will probably start on that tomorrow afternoon, or by the time this video is up, probably this afternoon. So today's Tuesday, I hope to start on it tomorrow on Wednesday. We'll see how we go. So if anyone can give me advice on anything that I've gone wrong in my sort of test fitting around the timing, because that's what I'm trying to get right, then please let me know, or if there's anything I've missed. But I think well, based on the reading and the Haynes manual, I think that's how I meant to do it. It just seems almost too simple. I'm expecting having to use a timing wheel or something. A 360 degrees wheel to work it all out, rather than just have it all set up for me like that. But based on what I'm reading, that's what I think. So we're gonna stop there, and we're gonna get some comments back. Thanks.